Hello everyone and welcome back to my opinion. This is my final SA20 preview video. The two teams we'll be looking at in this video are the Paarl Royals and the Pretoria Capitals. Let's get into this preview. Starting off with the Paarl Royals, they made 5 pre-signings and retentions, these players being Luhandre Pretorius, David Miller, Mujibur Rahman, Bjorn Fortwain, Sikandar Raza and Ruben Herman. I thought it's some okay signings there as a collective. Then the signed players being Othniel Bartman for 5.1 million. I think he's a good bowler. Calvarene, I think a bit of a panic by the way they increased the price. Delano Patgita, Gudakesh Moti, Asa Tribe is an opening batsman from Jersey. Dan Lawrence will also be playing the LT20. I'll elaborate on that. Ishan Malinga, Vishen Halambage I've not heard of until now. If he does get a game, let's see how he goes. Keegan Lyon, Kashe, Huddersfield Yon, Inkaba Peter, JJ Basson, and Kabani McKenna. So I've made 2 11s subject to Dan Lawrence's availability. So the first 11, how that could go is Luhandre Pretorius, Ruben Herman, Calvarene number 3, David Miller 4, Dan Lawrence 5, Sikandar Raza number 6, Delano Patkita number 7, Gudakesh Moti 8, Bjorn Fortwain 9, Ishan Malinga 10, Othniel Bartman number 11. And straight away, you may ask the question, they signed Mujibur Rahman as a pre-signing. Why is he on the bench? And in my view, he's a mystery bowler, but we've seen in leagues and in international cricket where he doesn't play every match for Afghanistan. He's not been that threatening in terms of a wicket taker. And I feel as a pre-signing, as an overseas player, I don't know why they signed him straight away. I think, yes, he's played for them in the past, but if you were going to sign Gudakesh Moti for what he offers all round, he's been doing well in the CPL as well, the joint highest wicket taker before the final. I don't know why they signed Mujibur Rahman as a pre-signing. They may still play Mujib, but in that case, when are you going to play Gudakesh Moti? I don't know. So Gudakesh Moti could add the batting. I think he will add to the batting at number 8, and we've seen what he's done in the CPL. I think he'd suit these conditions in Paarl, and if they play on other slow substances such as Durban. And I think this attack is catered to play on such slow services because Bjorn Fortune is a power play bowler who'd bowl 3 overs in the power play. Then you've got Delano Potgieter, who's a swing bowler. Ishan Malinga is a defensive bowler who's got variations, can bowl decently quickly and some slow deliveries. Othniel Bartman, according to me, can bowl in the power play at the end. However, Bjorn Fortune would bowl 3, Delano Potgieter at least 2. So there's not going to be much of a role for Othniel Bartman in the power play. It doesn't look to be the case. So I think on a slow surface, they can manage because even looking at the spin department, if you add Mujibur Rahman into the mix, they've not got that one wicket-taking spinner despite Mujib being a mystery spinner. But they've got Gudakesh Moti, a defensive option. Sikandar Raza is a mystery spinner, but you could say a defensive option. And Bjorn Fortune is a power play bowler. Luhandre Pretorius can also bowl off spin. So you can manage there. And with the fast bowlers, I think Delano Patkita isn't a quick bowler, but he can swing the ball in the power play. And then Othniel Bartman and Ishan Malinga, especially on a slow surface, combined with the economical spinners, I don't think it'll be too bad at home. However, when they go away from home to venues such as the Wanderers and Pretoria, I think this bowling attack will struggle. If you're looking at the batting, Ruben Herman's a good player. Can he ride up to the occasion on a consistent basis? You don't know. Calvarene is a good player. Can he ride up to the occasion consistently? You don't know. Dan Lawrence is a good player. Can he do that? You don't know. So you've got David Miller and a very good player in Luhandre Pretorius. You've got a very good player in Sikandar Raza, but the batting mostly revolves around David Miller. With Pretorius, I think he would still provide some handy contributions. Then Sikandar Raza when he does so. So it's not a strong batting lineup. When they go away from home, it won't be such a strong bowling lineup in more batting-friendly venues. So I think this team will struggle to qualify. Now, when Dan Lawrence goes to play in the LT20, what they can do is Asa Tribe is an opening batsman who can also bowl off spin. So have another slow bowler on that home surface. He can open, then he can play Keegan Lyon Kashe at number 5. I think he batted at 5 last season for the Pretoria Capitals. So you're not losing much in the team composition there. So I think these are the 11s that they can go with. I think this team will struggle to qualify based on what I said. The batting, is it reliable, wholly reliable? You don't know. The bowling on a more batting friendly surface, they'll struggle, but let's see how they go. And now for the Pretoria Capitals, they made three retentions or pre-signings plus a wild card. You've got Andre Russell, then Will Jackson, Shafane Rutherford. Andre Russell and Shafane Rutherford will be playing in the LT20 for the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders at some point in time. During that time, how they manage or who they sign to replace those players for that duration, I don't know. How do they do in the auction? Keshav Maharaj, Lungi Ngiri, then the most expensive player, Dior Brevis, Lizard Williams, Craig Overton, Saqib Mahmood, Cody Yusuf, Connor Esterhuizen, Bryce Parsons, Gideon Peters, Junaid Dawood, Will Smead, Mikhail Prince, Bayanda Majola, Wian Labbe, and similarly Makania. So I've only drafted 111 for this team. I'll read it, and you may find that there are some holes based on the 11 that I've compiled. So how they could go is Connor Esterhuizen and Will Jacks to open the batting, Dior Brevis 3, Bryce Parsons 4, Shafane Rutherford 5, Andre Russell 6, Craig Overton number 7, Keshav Maharaj 8, Gideon Peters 9, Lizard Williams 10, Cody Yusuf number 11. Now, I've left out Lungi Ngidi despite he plays for South Africa because I don't think bowling slow deliveries is going to work on this Pretoria surface. Gideon Peters, Lizard Williams, Cody Yusuf are decently quick bowlers. Keshav Maharaj and Pretoria, that won't be much help for the spinners, but Maharaj is a quality bowler, so I've got him there. And now, there's one thing, they've got the goods to play an all-local fast bowling attack and also with a one-spinner all-local attack. Then you've got Saqib Mahmood, who, how is he going to get into the team when you signed Craig Overton maybe to bolster your batting? But in my view, Craig Overton's batting and bowling, he can do both at a good level. In Pretoria, where I think it's the best batting surface in this tournament, what impact is he going to create at number 7 where he can sort of play a fill-in role in both facets? I don't know. Saqib Mahmood, if you bring him in place of him, then the batting will get weaker. You won't have much after number 6. Andre Russell, whether he does play or doesn't, hasn't been the same as what he used to be. In the CPO, he didn't have to bat much, but he played a support role with other good players around him. But generally, he's not been the same batsman or bowler of late. Shafane Rutherford is a good player, but can be inconsistent. If both of those two go to the LT20, then who will they sign to replace them? I don't know. So you've got Dior Brevis, then Connor Esterhuizen is a good player, can he rise up to the occasion consistently? You don't know. Same with Bryce Parsons. If Will Jacks doesn't score runs, then you've only got Dior Brevis, and whether Shafane Rutherford or Andre Russell do play, especially Russell, he hasn't been the same with a bat as he was in the past, so you don't know how that will go at number 6. And then Craig Overton, what will he add on that kind of a surface with bow and bat? You don't know. And Saqib Mahmood, how is he going to play? The only player who he can play instead of is Craig Overton. And Will Smead, I don't think he'll get a game given this team composition. So this team can struggle. The fact that they've got a local fast bowling attack meant that they could have given themselves options of flexibility if they picked a better combination at the auction. However, after Dior Brevis, I didn't understand the signings they made, and now they're stuck with an inflexible combination. And the overseas players where you don't, the batting isn't strong and the bowling isn't strong, and this is on whichever surface that they play on. So I don't think this team will qualify. I don't think the Paarl will qualify, but let's see how they both go. If you enjoyed this video, please unsubscribe, share, friends, and my opinion.